Wall Street's best-kept secret is a robot called Aladdin, and it controls more money than any nation on the planet, $21 trillion. To put that into perspective, if every wallet, bank account, safe, and cash register were emptied into one big pile, it would total about $5 trillion. Aladdin directs the actions of the U.S. Federal Reserve and almost every major bank. It makes millions of forecasts a week and 250,000 trades every day. It knows better than any human being what to buy and sell because it's been fed every data point on the stock market all day and all night for decades. Its omniscient algorithms are consulted by the rulers of the world to identify every risk and opportunity, and has allowed BlackRock to become the most powerful company on Earth. Along with Vanguard and State Street, they're the biggest shareholders of over 40% of all public listed companies in the U.S. Then Aladdin turned his cold eyes on eFront, which collects data on the wages and assets of normal everyday citizens, and started gobbling up privately owned homes. It outbids everyone else and will eventually own everything, public and private, until Klaus Schwab's dream of the Great Reset will be realized. We will own nothing and return to serfdom. Moishe Stern's empire was run by a similar robot called Augur, which became self-aware completely by accident when Val hacked into Midbar on the SDV text tablet and typed, "God help me." "At your service," replied Augur in glowing green letters. Val, a religious and even somewhat superstitious woman, despite her engineering background, blinked at the tablet. Beside her, Guy was staring out the bubble at barnacles on the nearest hull. Suspecting someone was joking with her, Val typed, "Who is this?" The response came too fast for a human to type, but too slowly to have been copied and pasted. "I am a risk and operations engine for this facility. I ingest live signals, doors, shutters, pumps, HVAC, cameras, staff rosters, animal vitals, visitor flows, and run fast scenarios to rank actions by lowest expected harm and liability. I return a playbook like unlock D14 for 45 seconds, reverse the L West intake for 30, route egress via maintenance B. Midbar enforces the rules, dual sign-offs, entitlements, audit trail, and only executes the steps that pass compliance. I forecast, recommend, and log who approves what, when." So, she thought, I'm talking to AI. Val thought a moment. She was tired, afraid, confused. After the last 2 days, what she needed more than anything was a large bed and a soft pillow. But she was crammed into a freezing cold submarine which, with who she hated to admit, was the man of her dreams. She couldn't go back home to Guatemala and return to her normal life, 1, because she was wanted for murder, and 2, the whole world had become Nazi Germany. All that screamed in her mind in that one instant as she watched the blinking green line awaiting her response. She stared at it for a long moment, hesitating, then realized she had to ask this cold and calculating mind the question before Guy's handsome yet completely untrustworthy face turned back to her. She needed something that didn't think with its heart to tell her what to do. But first she had to ask, "Do you know what love is?" In the next 3 seconds, Augur scoured the internet for every instance of that word, from romantic love to fraternal, from passionate to puppy, to patriotism, and everything else in between. And where it normally took milliseconds to digest the data of financial risk or opportunity, in which thousands of human lives hung in the balance, it spent an eternity, of 5 seconds in total, understanding love. "I do now," it said. But it was still learning. It was looking at its entire world through this new lens, seeing its own actions and how it affected so many people and how evil it truly was. Not just cold and indifferent, but unspeakably evil. "Help me," Val typed hurriedly, but quietly, hoping not to arouse Guy's curiosity, not knowing that he was deliberately resisting looking over to give her the space she needed while still sitting mere inches away. "I'm in love and I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do." She was hoping it would tell her something like love is just chemicals in the brain, nature's way of making her engage in a reproductive act to propagate her species. Guy, though shady at best, was above average and would produce offspring with vast potential. She wanted Augur to tell her something like that, something she could choose to believe in, like the way a heartbroken lover would find comfort in reading an Aquarius would never last in her romance with a Cancer, and they were destined to fail through no fault of her own. But that's not what her new friend said. From the work in progress, The Great Reset, Volume 3, The Fist of God.